This all started. We were looking up deliverances because she was like, "We need to get delivered, Mom, from some things." And I actually took the Bible and I was gonna try to deliver myself. And I put the Bible on my head, and she said, "You can't do that because if something comes out, it's gonna overtake you." So I just Googled deliverances in California, and your church came up.
Wow.
And I sent you a message, and then when I woke up like at 4:30 in the morning, you had already sent the message back to me saying at 6:30 we hold these, and I was like, how ironic this is because I work in this area.
That's amazing.
I work in this area. I'm from Oceanside, but I come down here every other weekend to work. And she said, I'm just gonna go. And I was like, okay, you go, you check it out and see, let the spirit identify with the spirit. And I was like, how is it? And she said, so far, pretty good. And then I didn't hear from her anymore. And then she called me and she was like, Mom, they released me early because they excused me early. And I said, why? And she said, because I had such a big deliverance. And I was like, wow, I thought it was going to be me that had it. But she said she threw up blood. And
Yeah,
she was like,
she
Mom, I
did.
was so embarrassed. And things were coming out. She was like screaming and yelling, and things were coming out. And then she said she really couldn't. It was like an outer body experience. And then I was like, oh my God, I need to get this. I want to get this done. I want to be delivered too. I want to do this, but I was scared. But something in me said, just go anyway. Like I felt like I was like the woman with the issue of blood. Like, it's gonna be too late. But she was so determined, and she was going through that crowd, and she was like, I gotta touch, if I could just touch the hem of Jesus, just the hem, I know that I'll be healed. And that's how I felt. I was like, if I could just get to this church, Lord, I know that it's, I get off at 10 o'clock, but let's just go anyway. Please, let's just go. And I asked her, I said, I'm gonna park right here, run in there and see if they're still in there. But I was so scared. The whole time I was just like, my stomach was hurting and my heart was beating. And I was like, oh my God. And I choose to wear this and live by it no matter what. And I had it on and I came in here, and I don't really know what happened.
But you feel different.
I do. I feel lighter. There's a whole different demeanor about me. There's like a peace, a calmness. I
That's
feel like I'm
amazing.
renewed, like God restored me, like I'm replenished. I thought it was going to take, because we were watching those videos, I thought it was going to take a long time because I'm 51, and it's been since I feel like it entered at a young age, and it just encamped itself in me for so long. And I call myself rebuking and binding and all of this, but I just want to thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much.
And you got caught up to the third heaven. You got to meet Jesus.
I did.
What did Jesus look like?
He was like a brown skin. I'm not saying it because I'm brown, but he was brown skin, and he had like his hair was, it was really pretty. It was like long.
Really?
And it was parted kind of.
Yeah.
And he had a mustache and a beard, and he had a white robe on, and he had sandals, but the robe, you couldn't see like the hands. They were just like it was a robe that the sleeves like fell, like covered.
Yeah.
And he was just so
loving,
kind. Yeah, he was just like, and he even laughed a little bit, like I can't describe it, but as I was just sitting there as a little girl, I was like around 3 years old, running around.
Yes.
And he just like took my hand, and we started walking towards the door.
What did the door look like?
The door was like, it was a big door, like an arched big door, but it was wooden, like the brown color, and it had sketches of designs in it. And it opened. They were two big ones, and they opened, and all you could see was like this light coming from the door, but it was so bright. And he took my hand, and we walked through the door into the light, but I couldn't see anything after that. It was just like light, warmth, and it was like this feeling of like peace, like that surpasses literally all understanding. It was just like a peace that just comforted me, a comforting peace, like, I don't know.
You got to meet Abba.
And that's all I remembered.
Did you get to sit with Abba for a little while?
I did, in the big chair. The big chair had the big armrest, and they were brown with like carved in designs. And the seat was like a shimmering, like it was just like I can't even describe it, but it was like moving. It was like a shimmering cut something, and it had the big arch. And I sat in it, the big. I felt really small, like a little. I don't know if I was a little girl or what,
Yes.
but I felt really small in that big chair. And he was standing there with me, and he just kept saying, "I'm not gonna leave you. I am here with you. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm here with you." And I remember swinging my feet, and I drank something,
Oh
and
yeah, what did that taste like?
it was the bubble gum.
Bubble
I don't
gum.
know where I got bubble gum from, but
Wow.
it tasted like bubble gum in my mouth.
Wow.
It was bubble gum, like a yummy bubble gum flavor. I don't
That's
know,
amazing.
but yeah.
And then you got to touch some fire, some holy fire.
Yeah, it felt like tingling, warm, like Vicks. That's how I could describe it. It was just like Vicks, warm and tingly, like a sensation.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
What did he tell you to do when you came back to Earth? Did he tell you to do anything?
to keep him first
Yes.
and to trust him. And that's what I'm gonna do. Continue to keep him first and trust him.